Hey, let's call a spade a spade. You're not unlucky in love, you're just attracting what matches your energy. In this episode of Mind Scale, I want to tell you why you have been attracting all the wrong people in the dating pool. Hi there, I'm Olushola. Welcome once again to Mind Scale. Yet another episode, a life-transforming and mindset engineering one that is set to leave you better for it. Today, I'd like to talk about something that we've tagged why you are attracting all the wrong people in the dating pool. But before we get right into the real juice, okay? It's a very good time for me to kindly remind you to click on the subscribe button in case you haven't and like this video ahead, okay? When you do so, you actually give us the opportunity to reach more people. You see, energy is real. And whether we admit it or not, we attract what reflects how we truly see ourselves. And so if you find yourself constantly dating people who treat you like an option, you might need to ask yourself a simple question. Do I treat myself like priority? Now, this is important because if you always end up with the toxic, flashy, emotionally unavailable baddie or bad boy, in many cases, it's not just them, it's also you. And it's high time we began to discuss these things because they've got such real impact on our day-to-day. You see, sometimes we say we want stability, peace, emotional maturity, and all the amazing things that people look out for in an ideal dating pool. But we are in many cases still addicted to chaos in our personal lives. Sometimes we're still romanticizing pain. Sometimes we're still confusing intensity with intimacy. And you see, the truth is, attraction is not random. In many cases, more often than not, attraction is a mirror. And so if you want better, you don't start by chasing better people. You start by becoming the version of you that no longer finds dysfunction attractive. This is important. Many times we tend to look at the other people and try to position ourselves to attract better people, but we forget that in most cases, the better people we want to attract also want better. And this brings to fore the subject of the kind of vibe that you give up. And so you don't put the cart before the horse. I know you want someone who is amazing, but the question is, it's time for you to start bringing out an amazing energy about yourself. We're in a world where a whole lot of people want to attract the very best people, but are not necessarily themselves the type of people that the best people want to attract. And so this is simply the law of attraction. You are what you attract, and what you attract is a mirror of exactly the kind of vibe that you give off. And so it's a vibe question. What kind of vibe are people seeing? Nobody just by mistake comes up to you and asks you out. They see something that pulls them close. And so my question to you today is simple. What kind of vibe are you giving off that makes the bad people, the baddies and the bad boys find you attractive? For example, there's a joke I often crack with people. I say, look, when I go on your Instagram page, I can tell the kind of people that you attract in the DMs. This is the truth. For example, if we see that you look so modest in most of your pictures, there's a very high chance that you attract people who embrace modesty as a guiding principle in life. No modest person, for example, will go after somebody who is immodest. And in the same vein, if your entire Instagram page and your entire demeanor in person gives off a slutty feel or some bad boy energy, automatically you will find other people in the dating pool who see bad boy or bad girl vibe as something they can resonate with. If you position yourself as a person of virtue and value, few people who don't subscribe to that school will send you DMs. And so it's all about the vibes. If the kind of energy that you give off is one that is virtuous, you will automatically attract virtuous people. If the kind of energy that you give off is one where a lot of people think, okay, this lady is ready for something short term, then all of a sudden, you'll find guys who are looking for short-term relationships frolicking around you. That's just what it is. It's the simple law of attraction. People are attracted to what will advance their sentiments. You see, the vibe you give off is simply the invitation that you send. And you get exactly what you've been asking for. And in many cases, you don't even realize it. Whew. And so if there's anything I'm trying to say in this video, it's simple. That you need to pay more attention to the kind of invitation that you send to people and the types of vibes that you give. In some cases, it might be time to put your house in order. By putting your house in order, it talks about two things. First and foremost, about you as a person, how you dress, how you talk, the kind of things you say, and to whom you say it. Leading to the next thing, which is you need to watch the kind of environment and the kind of association that you find yourself. Whether you like it or not, as human beings, we naturally attach a particular impression to people based off where we find them and with whom we find them. And so this could be a nudge for some of you to maybe change your circles. It could be a nudge, for example, to maybe change the way you present yourself. If you keep on finding yourself attracting bad boys or bad girls, just maybe like is attracting like, or just maybe like is attracting what you might have been putting out. And so it's time, or rather could be time for you to make a very bold decision to pay much attention to your presentation and the kind of vibe and energy that you give off to people. Because it is important. Nobody just wakes up one day and deliberately goes after somebody that negates their entire values or sentiments. People go after somebody that invites them into what they are already used to. I don't know if this dragged you for a bit, but talk to me in the comments. And remember to share this with your circle if it resonates with you one way or another. It is possible for you to actually control one way or another the kinds of people that you invite. And the best way to do so is simply by controlling the kind of energy that you emit. And so if you're tired of attracting the baddies and the bad boys and maybe some low-life dude or some low-life girl, just maybe you need to watch the energy that you emit or transmit. Very, very, very important. That's been the case for today, and I really hope you've had one thing or another that you've learned and hope to implement in your life. Thank you so much for being a part of MindSkill. This is actually another reminder that in case you haven't subscribed or click on the subscribe button, you are wrong. Absolutely wrong. Kindly click on the subscribe button and ensure that I see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and please have a blessed day. Do not forget to share this with someone. Bye.